everybody doing out there? So we're going live, talking about chest hair, talking about crazy gold medallions, talking it up. Where? On the Barry Gibbs Talk Show. Um. So yeah, what's it all mean? What's all this about? Why are we here? Why is the world developed? I mean, what's it all been? And that's like the question that's been bothering everybody from the dawn of time. I wouldn't say everybody. I'm sure some people live their entire lives not worrying about it, but at some point in time, you do have to kind of. What is all this? Why are we all wearing bowler hats? Why are we all wearing t-shirts? Well, I mean, at some point in time, you should at least ask that. If you haven't, you should, and then you come up with some ideas. Now, that's not to say what you think of is true. It's just to say that you'll think of things rather than being told what to think. Which schools and governments and all kinds of shit, they love to do that. The more they can think for you, the less of a threat you are. And that goes to all the stuff like the fundamental things that you believe about religion, about your language. What you say to one another can only be built on your understanding of the words you have at your disposal. So without a vocabulary, conversations have no choice but to become very, very superficial. Because you don't have the complex words for emotions and what you feel and what you think because you're too busy with other things that mean absolutely nothing. I was watching a thing about. I was reading an article. Sorry about negative time. Suddenly, there's a big interest in negative time. I don't know. I don't know why. I mean, I know I made my earliest broadcast about it, and I've been talking about it for quite some time. You can ask any of my family. I won't stop talking about it. But now they're actually going to the quantum level and finding that there is quantum entanglement that what they're calling negative time. And it's very weird to trying to think of the best way I'm trying to say this. Okay, so their experiments have proven that things can be locked together through beyond time and space, quantumly level. Yeah, I mean, they're talking about quantum entanglement. Chris Langen was talking about how superpositioning is explained. Basically, energy can go anywhere. So time and space is irrelevant at the quantum level. You got to look at the reason why time travel would never work is because time and space are quantumly entangled. Okay? Does that make sense? There's not a time and space continuum as one thing. Consider them two separate things. Time, space is the host, if you will, of the video game. There needs to be something programmed into the video game for it to run, for the video game to actually process. But you have the game engine, like Unreal 5. You have the game engine. You have all the commands and everything that's necessary to make a video game already. What are we missing? Time to play it. Time for the story to unfold. We don't know the story. It doesn't mean that no one knows the story. We are the characters inside the video game. Understand? And we are at ourselves are artificial intelligence, robots, for lack of better terms. It doesn't squeak or creak because it's organic. This is the organic robot. The wires going through that send electrical signals from here. It's got its own. We want artificial intelligence? Hello, how are you? What can I do for you today? Oh, you're in artificial intelligence too. Cool. Good. I don't like talking to computers. If you would like to speak, press 1. Or yes or no. Are you trying to get this? Say yes or no. No. Our agent, it doesn't understand that because it's not been programmed to do that. It understands yes or no. It doesn't understand maybe. It could very easily understand maybe by giving it again. Adding a -1 to DOS. Not just 0 or 1. -1 for off, 0 for neither, and then 1 for on. That's how we think. You even call it negative, a negative review. -5 stars. Positive 5 stars. I was neither impressed nor. I guess you could be super excited about how shitty it was. But that's kind of ridiculous. Really disappointed how good the service was. You can do that, but that's a bit ridiculous too. So the reason time travel is impossible is because this item that I put over here is now time and space entangled to the last place I had it. That's where it is. I can't go back in time and not put it there because there it is right there. I'm looking at it. It can't not be there because when I go to grab it, here it is. Is that simple enough of an explanation of why time travel can't happen. Okay, here we are. This is the present right now. This is the present. There it goes. It's now the past. Now in the present, here we are. I'm going to put this down. Now that's the past. Now here we are in the present, moving towards an uncertain future. Present, waiting. Remember when I said that was the present back then? When I put it down, that's now the past. Where is the pipe? Over there. No, it's right here where I fucking put it down. Because they're now entangled to where I last put it. It can't not be where I last fucking put it. Do you understand now why time travel can't happen? You could observe, because that's just energy. That's just energy and information. You can send energy, and information can go anywhere, anytime, any place. So if you were even a dot of energy, like a microscopic dot that had consciousness and viewability, you can move throughout time and space all throughout. Fuck was that? Did somebody see a spark over there? Kind of sparked out. But my shit's not about to catch on fire. Anyways, observe anywhere, time and space. But you would be unable to do anything about it. It's kind of like the prophets of old. They were able to say something about what's coming. There were times when God was more interactive with us that, look, you gotta change your fucking ways or it's gonna be getting bad. But a lot of the stuff, the prophecy was set up that stuff that will happen later, the stuff that's coming true now. How would that be possible if you could change anything? Prophecy, therefore, would prove that destiny it would suck knowing everything all the time, every day, every minute. You know what's going to happen. You just know. You know everything. You know how boring it'd be to go to have having a conversation would be fucking nauseatingly boring. Because you know everything that they're going to say. So they get into this loop of what's the fucking point. So you have to know everything. Well, God has to know everything. Well, not if he wants to enjoy it himself. I mean, it's kind of like writing a book. Yeah? Writing a movie. But in order to enjoy it, kind of needs to hand it over to someone else to like direct the movie, if you will. So when he goes to watch, it's like, nice twist on that. I didn't see that. That was yeah, but that's my story, and I know kind of the, oh shit, you changed that around too. The ending still comes together though, because that's important. You got to get to the ending, right? You didn't change the ending, and so even he's in there going, you didn't change the ending, right? I like what you've done, but please tell me you didn't change the ending. You didn't change the ending. Nice. Fuck. I did even I didn't know if it, nice. Nice. Because even I was on the edge of my seat for just a little bit there. You know what I mean? That was pretty cool. Well done. Or just gonna, okay, yeah, you guys are gonna do this, and that's gonna be in forever. You know what I mean? Forever, just constantly knowing every fucking thing. Why do people picture God as this old dude? His long beard. I get he's been around forever, but if you could, would you want to? I mean, you can do anything. Why would you walk around this old, decrepit ass body with this long? I would do it just to fuck with people. I'm very brittle. I'm infinity years old. Don't. Ow. Just killing the weakest voice you can. Either that or because, have you ever watched those Oh God movies? Just get him. George Burns, that's his name. So you get to heaven and there he is. Welcome to heaven. Oh my God, you really, yep, I really am. Why do you think he didn't strike me when I played him? I love those movies, man. Oh God, you devil, that was so great. I haven't watched them forever. I should go back and watch them and see if I still like them. But yeah. There's book two. All right, yeah. There's oh God. I think it had John Denver and George Burns, if I remember correctly. Now I gotta go find that shit. All right. Um, no, but hmm. They are approving basically what I've been saying that I don't have any math for. Um, it's very weird, you know what I mean, to have this happened to me throughout most of my life. It's just weird. It's just very, very weird. Um, but what I do is nothing more than if then calculation. If this is true, then that would be true. If that were true, then this is true. Then this is true. Then that would be true. Then this would happen. Then this would happen. If that happened, this would happen. You gotta look at you gotta keep them all together. A big web of what would that spark? Okay, that would splash this, and that would do that. Okay, with that, but that would cause this and this. You know what I mean? And watch how they interplay, which takes a lot of being able to mentally, visually see a lot of shit. I don't know anything. I'm just doing what futurists do, like Kurzweil and other people. You look at the arc of technology. It usually goes, it's fairly plateaued out, and then there's a breakthrough, and then it just goes up. You know what I mean? It just kind of, fucking doesn't do right. So it goes up, and then fucking. And so, like, basically, in that little thing, if I were doing like that, in the curve, like right around here before it curves, yeah, asshole, curves up to here. This is the future, and this would be the present. And what you want to do is land somewhere in here while it's making that spike. You are down in this part of the present, right? Of the timeline of technology. And you have to go, if they're doing this, this, and this, and this, and this, this. I know the technology is not here, and I can't see where the technology, what that will lead to. But I know what the technology is going to be doing, and I can see how the technology is working currently right in here, and so I'm projecting for what's there, not what's here, because there's no way to see that. There's no possible way. There's no possible way to figure out what you can kind of predict when AI will be here, and you can predict a huge spike of technology, but you can't predict what's going to be on there because we haven't thought of it yet, nor has AI created it or any of that shit. There's no way to predict that. But halfway through the slope, you can predict what's going to happen around here. Because the technology, you know basically kind of, again, if then, but after a certain while, you lose the ability to do that. Then it's going to start doing its own thing. People are going to start taking things. I'm sure that the blogging and all that other stuff, people probably never saw that. I'm like, as a career, you want to know why I know that? Because people used to tell you all the time, get off those fucking video games, you're never going to make a life at. Now there's an actual career of playing video games. People are now watching Twitch streams. So parents can no longer say, get off that fucking thing. You'll never make a career out of it. Because you can. Same with skateboarding in the 90s. You spend so much time on that. There's no money in that. Get the fuck off that fucking thing. And then you point to Tony Hawk. And these are the young kids that are making tons of money. What were you saying, Dad? I can't what? Those guys make way more money than you ever will. Ever have. Playing a guitar or playing a musician. You gotta stop making that racket. It can't go. Why not? Why can't it go somewhere? I understand having a backup plan in case what you're putting out there nobody likes. But just say that there's no hope, there's no possibility is dumb. In the same way, there's no whatever we're saying about whatever, more than likely will look pretty stupid in the future. They'll be watching us, especially with as many fucking selfies and video that we've got out there. And who knows, maybe this will never get watched by anyone in our time. Maybe this will be like something that someone's doing a deep dive on, Internet 1.0 before Internet 2.0 comes out. Well, after Internet 2.0 comes out. Okay, why do they call it 2.0? You know what I mean? Because it becomes, good Internet 2.0 speeds of 5 gigabits, you know what I mean? Whatever. Why do they call it? Oh, because back on 1.0. So is that still out there? Yeah. It's really slow. 1 gigabits is not really that slow, but I see, there's a lot of entertainment and there's a lot of movies. Holy crap. Oh crap, that's a remake? Matrix is a remake? That kind of distance between now and then. Someone's, like I said, doing a deep dive. Like, there's a lot of blogs and like those people that would do a photo, one photo every day for however long. Not all that interesting, one day at a time. But when those 4 or 5 years, 7 years are up, and you play the video of one photo, it makes a really fucking interesting story. You get to see the person getting older, their haircut changes, their different stuff. They're different, especially like when they pause at certain things like that they enjoyed in their life, And then they take one picture and they put the last one on top of it, you know what I mean? It makes a cool little story. It is not interesting while it's being made, though, is it? No. So same way with this. What if someone decides to go through all this and chop the funny bits and the interesting parts? I'm not saying it'll happen. I'm just saying, what if? Because you really don't know what the people in Poe's day, and again, not trying to compare or anything like that, but in Poe's day, if you told him that he's going to be one of the most well-regarded, considered one of the best writers, ever, they'd be like, the fucking drunk down there, he's like 4 days away from dying. That guy, the guy who lost his job at the newspaper, who really hasn't had a lot of shit published, the guy who died in the street. Pretty much unknown, just and some no one really knows. I mean, he's just found in the street. Now I look back at it, and people look back at it, and he's like, "Holy fuck, he's one of the best writers in the fucking world!" And oh my god, Telltale Heart, and all this other stuff, and you know what I mean, and Cask of Amontillado, and all this other stuff, and a lot of good it does him. At the time, he probably felt very alone, very misunderstood, miserable. That's where all that writing came from. People tell him he's never going to be anything. He's never going to whatever, and then he dies, and so he told you you're never going to be anything. Then years pass. Someone finds his writing. Now there's like Edgar Allan Poe festivals and stuff like that. People, tons of people making money off of Edgar Allan Poe, just not Edgar Allan Poe. Isn't that fucked up? The pictures, the t-shirts, all that stuff. He was considered a fucking loser in his time. Insane. Madman. We like to glorify those philosophers back in their day, but was suppose some of those were also kind of like, it wasn't like the cool thing to hang around and philosophize. It was actually kind of a rebellious type thing. There's work to be done. All you're doing is sitting around thinking. Look, I mean, because look how there's actual food to be done and whatever, and real life stuff, and all you're doing is sitting around going, I know I need to eat and stuff, but what is a soul? Motherfucker, if you don't pick up a fucking plow and start fucking doing some work, I'm gonna smack you in the fucking head. Yeah, but what? Why are we all here? Do you think they were really liked? Look at society now, the philosophers that are out there. Get a real job. Maybe they did that to Socrates and all those people. They're like, what we have? And get a job, asshole. Everyone else is sitting there listening, going, fuck them, they're stupid. Just go keep going. They're fucking stupid. What you're saying is fucking genius. Keep going. Anyways, what I was saying, losers. We don't know. We weren't there. We can say how humans are now. If you were not doing work directly related to what society feels, whatever they feel, then you don't have a real job. Sex workers don't have a real job. Right? Oh, you use their products. So if they're not producing products, how is that not a real job? Wait, Chris Hemsworth and Robert Downey Jr., they have and Scarlett Johansson has a real job. Acting in front of a camera to produce entertainment, pretending to be superheroes in tights. But if you take your clothes off for the same entertainment type value, you're exiled from society, even though everyone wants to watch it. Well, that doesn't make much sense. And I don't like it myself. I don't like it. I don't appreciate it. It's fucking stupid, man. Again, I'll refer you to one of my other videos. Do you know how many rapes, women who do pornography and prostitution, how many they've prevented? You don't get credit for disasters no one knows were avoided because no one knows that the line of guys going to visit these girls in the alleyways and stuff like that. These line of guys that are married, they may have other more. If they know it's against the law, yet they go down and they buy it because someone's selling it. Now imagine they go down to buy it and no one's selling it because those girls aren't down there because that's not the cause. There's a demand for a product. And there are people that are willing to fill that demand for a fee. And as a result, honestly, our society it could be cleaner. I don't agree with, again, I don't form any judgment. I don't agree with it necessarily, but having it kind of like Las Vegas or Nevada does with like the Bunny Ranch, you can keep an eye. Everyone stay safe. People get tested. It's gonna a lot of people gotta accept the fact that a lot of things are gonna happen. You don't like it. You don't want to have war. I don't like any wars to happen. I don't like anyone getting shot. I don't like guns. But I've got to accept the fact that you've got a Second Amendment right to carry one and possibly kill me because you have a misunderstanding and you think you're the good guy with the gun. But you see me holding somebody down, wrestling them and beating the shit out of them. You see I'm the bad guy, so you fire and you shoot me. I tackled a guy that fucking... You don't know what the fuck's going on. You have no idea. Keep your fucking hand off the trigger. You don't... Jesus Christ, man. People's understanding is too limited to have that much power because once you pull that fucking thing, there's nothing that can... You can't unpull that fucking trigger. The best you can hope for is that it's a graze or that you miss or that it hits something non-vital. It's too much power. Too much power, too final of a decision for people like us to have. We are way too flawed to have that kind of fucking at our disposal. No. Maybe when we grow up and learn how to spell, when you learn how to spell a sign, maybe then we'll give you a firearm. But your misspelling says to me that you don't have the proper judgment to own a weapon of any kind. You don't need to be having brass knuckles. You misspelled the state you live in. It's a ridiculous place that we live in. And this world is just absolutely ridiculous, man. Most of it doesn't make sense. The part of it that makes sense, people bury and destroy. And I finally actually watched something that actually explained why that is. Why the music has gone the way it is. Why things are the way they are. Because mediocrity is not threatening. Mediocrity says, you can do this too. I'm not knocking it because that's the whole thing about punk rock. That's what got me into playing music. I had a guitar and I was listening along, and as the notes were going, there it is. There it is. And then I play along with the song, with the punk rock song. I can do this. And then play the next song, and it's fairly similar. You know, it's the same kind of distances of the pattern. They just move it around on the fucking fretboard, and that's why I love the Ramones, man. I mean, that's how I learned to play guitar. Started to, and then I started playing along with like Jerry Cantrell as I got better at playing guitar by learning some Ramones songs and stuff. But man, that felt good. That probably popped real good there. Good. Oh yeah. Oh, I can feel the pain relief going away. So there we go. Yeah, mediocrity doesn't scare people. It's one of the things like okay, like singing is intimidating because you get around someone who can really, really, really fucking sing. So you got karaoke night and Adele shows up. Are you really gonna try and sing one of her songs in front of her? She hasn't put any judgment on you. She doesn't mind listening. She likes going to karaoke and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Then you want to sing, just likes going there, and then like, how fucking tight are the sphincters? The second Chris Cornell shows up at fucking karaoke night. How many is there that people win fucking, Steven Tyler? But that's one of the reasons why, like, I mean, I don't like rap is because pretty much anyone can do it. Um, Not everybody can do it well. Not everybody can do it well. And that's where the art comes in, like De La Soul, Tribe Called Quest, Tupac, things like that. Um, I never was really into Biggie Smalls. I never listened to a lot of his stuff. Wasn't really into Cypress Hill because almost all the stuff was exactly the same. I was into Digital Underground, the Humpty Dances, but I've always been a little bit more silly, And yeah, De La Soul, when they came out, they definitely weren't the usual group. And I'm like, fuck yeah, Tribe Called Quest. They had like very clever lines, and busting up in your eyes, you can see where I'm coming from. I said, damn, bro, what? Man. Buster Rhymes, come on, man. Bust. Man, I watched that video for If You Really Want to Party With Me. That's just fucking crazy, dude. My man Julio, he Mulio. But that's gonna go like I'm saying. I mean, pretty much anyway, because it's spoken. There's a beat. Anyone can do it, but again, as I said, not everyone can do it well. Which again, if you were sitting there, there's like again with the rap, like rap battle, and Tupac walks in. You know what I mean? Or one of the big dogs walking in. Sphincters are gonna get all fucking clenched up, aren't they? Now, some people are gonna be like, "Oh, I've been waiting for this," and somebody probably be ready to fucking do it. And like, dude, I'm not even here. I'm just here to listen. I'm not even here to challenge it. You know what I mean? But immediately, like, oh, what? Get up! I want to prove that. Why? Why do you want to prove that you're better? I don't. I came to listen to how good you are. I didn't come to challenge anybody. I didn't come. I can't enjoy a good rap battle, man. I can't sit back and just for one night not be like. I don't really I really don't want to get on the mic. I really don't. Oh, you're afraid. I'm not. It's not that I'm afraid or anything like that. Well, then get up here. I don't. I didn't. That's. I just want to. Mediocrity doesn't induce challenge. As soon as, and that's a good point. I just now noticed that if you are amongst a crowd, as soon as you stand up and you kind of stand up a little bit taller than the crowd, they pick you up and lift you up and raise you up, keep you up above the party and shit as they slowly move you towards the door. As they crowd surf your ass right the fuck out. No? No. It's really only a matter of time because, like, even Keanu Reeves, I can say barring Keanu Reeves, but even then it'd probably be like endearing the way that he fucking goes out, I'm sure. You know what I mean? Like, I hate him, but yeah, but that was good. You just get enough of people and you get tired. You don't want to hear anymore. You don't want to, yeah, I mean, just, and there's really not much you can do about it. Because, I mean, Spider Man brought it up really well. Like, the one thing that they love more than a hero is to tear you down. And they will. They'll come for you after a while because they can't stand the fact that you're so far above them. And or they can't stand the fact that you're human and have flaws. That won't do. Not as high as you climbed. You climbed way too high to have any flaws. So we're going to tear you back down. Some of the time, bring you down to our size again. Don't we? We do it. We act like these people aren't human. People literally like wet themselves and start screaming and crying and stuff that another person is in your presence. Now imagine going to the supermarket and seeing the cashier and acting that same fucking way. And it starts to be a little bit stupid. It starts to be a little bit stupid. Oh my God, it's you. Yeah. And it's you too. Look at there. It's the two of us. We're here. Where I guess the chances are 100% seeing how it happened, or isn't it? I was going to say, what are the chances? But seeing how it happened, I guess the chances are 100%. I mean, think of the odds. You're a human and you needed food. I'm a human. I live in the city. You mean Bob's on aisle 5? And Tammy's on aisle 6? Holy shit. Really? Christian Slater's here? Fucking hell, what the fuck is Christian Slater doing here? I gotta see this. I just love the sound of guitar. I don't know. No, I just, yeah. I don't know. I may be on the spectrum, or maybe there may be something. I don't know. Something's definitely different about me. Because things that don't make sense, most people just go, okay, well, that's how it is. I'm like, but it doesn't have to be. Right, but that's how it is. Right, but it doesn't have to be. But that's how it is. But it's unfair and it doesn't have to be. Right, but that's how it is. What are we going to do? Vote and change it? I mean, come on, that's how it is. What are you going to do? I don't know, man. We've gotten to a place where we believe that a certain position or title confers certain attributes. If you have money, you're good. You did the right thing, and you're being rewarded for that with the spoils of your. When time and time again we've proven that isn't the truth at all. Nikola Tesla died penniless as we continue to use his inventions, giving credit for his inventions to people that stole his ideas, further disgracing him. Meanwhile, saluting Thomas Edison, who was a thief. The very original 1-800 patent. $1-800-INVENT, whatever the fuck that is. So the bad people get rich and get credit for being good people. And the good people die penniless and get called losers. Isn't this a great place to be alive? It's wonderful, right? What does that say about the people that are poor then? Like teachers. They're stupid. They're losers and they're failures as they teach your kids how to be successful. Oh, you'll go and give Bezos all your fucking cash so he can ride his little dick rocket into space. But getting your kids supplies? No. Well, if I pay for those supplies, someone else's kids who didn't, no. If it was just I could just pay for my kid, I have to buy my own supplies? This is not how democracy works. You see how you guys keep moving the fucking goalpost to your personal utopia. Meanwhile, you guys are all behind the goalpost, cheering on the team that's winning, and the team wins, and then you go, "Yay, we're gonna go to Disneyland." And people are like, "Oh, I don't like Disneyland." Oh no, we're on the same team. No, I don't want to go to. That was it. Then what are we doing? I don't know. Where do you want to go? Danny sounds good. No. We're going to go, no. Seriously, if you ask, a lot of the people that are doing the things that they're doing, like Republican and Democrat, I'm not, you know what I mean? It's not exclusive to any side. I'm not on either side. I'm on God's side. And he ain't on either side. He's not on either side. He ain't with Republicans. He is not with Democrats. Too much hypocrisy amongst the party and the people. Here's an interesting thing to help. It's a scientific fact also. If you don't like it, then you have to take that up with nature. So it'd be a further proof to help you with the argument. I don't know why I'm fighting this shit. I'm just an ally. I'm not trans, but people don't understand, like, especially on the right, how can you be a guy and a girl? Well, if you actually look at it, we're all born female, aren't we? We're all XX, and then some of us at a certain time become XY. What if that XX that becomes an XY Should have stayed in XX. Is that something really that person chose? As you're trying to save all these babies, you realize you're going to be saving some gay babies. You're going to be saving some trans babies. Like I said, you're behind the goalpost cheering and you have no idea what you're cheering for. They just know that there is a lot of angry people over here and they can harness that energy. You ever know the DEI, CRT? It's always this little fucking will, lock her up. It's very little short because you're stupid. And they got to make sure that you're angry at something that you can just, it's woke. It's woke. What does woke mean? All this, this gay trend, Yeah, no, that's what you guys are defining, and that's what they're telling you it means. And so you're getting really upset. They're telling you what to be upset about, and rather than actually knowing if you should be upset about it, you just go, oh shit, they're doing like cat baths at fucking school? No, that can't, not in my America. Like, that's not fucking happening, dude. They're teaching children CRT in fucking elementary school? All fucking, that's at fucking college level. Dude, you're an idiot. Well, it trickles down. What? Even your economy doesn't trickle down. Fuck you. You think education's going to trickle down? Really? As you try to eliminate the Department of Education. It's depressing. And it's both sides. You can be intolerant of intolerance. That's the only acceptable intolerance. That's not very intolerant, is it? You're still picking and choosing the winner. And of course, it's going to be you. Of course, you're on the side of right, right? Of course, you are. You're you. And you're trying to include people. So, how's that bad? From your perspective, it's not. Because you won't look at it from anyone else's perspective. And therein lies the problem. There's the hypocrisy. Yeah, I don't really, I'm not at a loss for words. I have a lot to say, but it's just like, I'm at least going to be done for now. I think I can't even tell how long this has been, but what's it all been about? Proof, evidence. Who makes the cut, who doesn't. And the brilliant part is, while not fucking with God's plan, you get to prove who you are through your free will to move about and do whatever you're going to do. Now, time being eternal, you're going to pick the things you're going to pick. At some point in time, unfortunately, we're getting close to the end of this phase. I think we're going from 0 to 1 or from 1 to 2. I'm not sure which one. We're in one of the transition phases. I don't know which one. Could be 7 to 8. I really don't know. But the system is refining itself. And it's going to be kind of like a reboot. And there won't be as many people. Like all the people that the universe basically rejects when it starts over, because there has to be a heat death that we've already, like, it just can't keep going. People talk about you can't fathom forever. I can. It eludes the mind. No, it doesn't. Just like between 0 and 1, there are an infinite number of places. Like I said, 0.000000001. 0.1, 0.1. You know what I mean? You can keep playing that game for fucking for infinity. But just like a football game, you may run out of time and eventually you get to 2. And if all you've been doing is dawdling, going 0.000000001, not preparing for what comes after, from 0 to 1, when 1 gets here, you're a bit redundant and not necessary from going from 1 to 2, then 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, and it keeps getting more and more and more and more and more narrow. As it keeps going until as it keeps purifying until eventually the only thing that's pure left is God. And the only thing for him to do then is to forget and start all over. Deja vu. Feels like we've been here before. Have we done this before? Anyways, but how many times? Enough times I can remember doing this before, but not all of it. Like, well, I kind of remember past when the first time I did it, I didn't say, have we done this before? Okay. So is this one different? Or is this like one of those multiverse offshoots? This is the original one. And basically we're shifting from 0 to 1, which is why we can remember things like deja vu. Unbeknownst to us, we've been slowly but surely pushed towards, from 0 towards 1. As time keeps marching, with or without our consent. Hold on, time out. Time out. Time out. I said time out. I said time out. Why won't it stop? I said time out. Oh, that's right. Time doesn't give a fuck. Does it? So if time doesn't give a fuck, space doesn't give a fuck. How many people have been murdered or killed or wounded in some kind of weird fucking crazy, even mountain lions or whatever. How many throughout history? Crocodiles eaten. It doesn't owe us a peaceful death. We think it does because we have insurance. That doesn't stop a windshield from going through your face. It might pay to get your face reattached, but it doesn't stop it. Oh, I have flood insurance. Well, then sleep well, because none of your shit's going to ever get damaged, right? Nothing you own is ever going to get damaged. So just go ahead and fuck it. Why worry about it? You got insurance. And the people that are running around so confident about, I know I'm saved, I know where I'm going, I know this, but it's good to have a good idea. I would just say, God is alive. So, I wouldn't go so far as to talk about like what will and will not happen to you. He's not dead. And he can renegotiate any fucking contract he's made. Any. It says is he God? Yeah. Did he write the book? Yeah. So anything in there is only as valid as he holds it. I'm not saying he's not going to. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying he's not. But every promise is only as good as what he wants to do. That's just honest truth. And if you can't accept that, then you have lost your fear of the Lord, and the fear of the Lord endureth forever. You'll get it back. You'll get it back. You may have forgotten. You get a lot of comforting words and stuff. It's been a while since the Sodom and Gomorrah event reminded anybody who they're really dealing with. You notice at the end it's called the Great and Terrible Day of the Lord? Not the fun and peaceful, and we all go have. No, it's called the Great and Terrible. And I feel like it's coming soon. There's a couple of things I'm waiting to watch and see. There's a couple of things I'm waiting to see what happen. If they do happen, oh man. You don't want me to be right. In the 90s, you wanted me to be right. You wanted to listen to me, and you wanted me to be right. Up until around COVID and maybe even 2022, you probably wanted me to be right. Here in 2025, with as many people as the cheap orange magnet has picked up, you do not want me to be right. Even the ones that went and voted and like, well, I didn't know it was going to be. It's too late. If you didn't know it was going to be like that, then you didn't do the right research that you needed to do. The reason being that that's who you are, and that's how you treat important responsibilities, and that's what you chose. People make mistakes. I get that. Not like that. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, when someone cheats, oh, it was a mistake. You accidentally fell in and out of each other to full completion. Was it just one stroke, like and then it was both of you guys are like, this is the fourth, fifth time? Okay, then it wasn't a mistake. You made a mistake that got you caught. That's different. It's different. Oh, you made a mistake, all right. You fucked around. And now we're going to be in the find out stage. And you're going to find out that how much you fuck around isn't directly proportionate to how much you find out. Turns out you find out twice as much as you fucked around. The scale's off. Because that only makes it even. Right? It just, it doesn't undo what was done. So we got to take it up another fucking notch to undo what was done. Sorry. Burn for burn, baby. Burn for burn. Got some scrubs. Ooh, that popped. Okay, things are about to fucking crack. Oh, fuck, that did crack. Oh, man. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and head out. So, got some pot to eat, and I got some music to play, and that's what it's all about, man. It's been about us determining who and what we'll be in all the stories to come, and whether or not we're worth even bringing to the next stories that come. That's what it's been about. And it's just about done. That's a good thing. That's a very good thing. It's just about done. It's a very bad thing. If God's merciful, man, it won't be. It would be like, you know, like I was talking about. You basically go to sleep, and you wake up, and you just reboot, just like how you booted everything this morning about who you are, what you are. It's a different program, different location, and whatever. And there's no. Might be what he meant by like not all will die before entering the kingdom of heaven. But you really don't think you should go into a sleep. Yeah, that would be just great just to wake up. You know what? I'm gonna end up this show on that song then, because I think it's a good way to end the song, end the show out. I believe it's called "Paying Debts." Yeah, it's "Paying Debts." It's played on this guitar. It's the one that's So that being said, okay, so that is not that disc is not there. Got to. There we go. No. The song is called "Paying Debts." It's off my first song album from on Blue Effects called "Highly Derivative." The album is called "Highly Derivative." The song is called "Paying Debts." course you do. But that's good it does that, because that way it doesn't come blasting through. Let this play, and then I'm out of here. You guys have a good night.
Wasn't too long ago, I was sure the end was after me. Not to digress, but I would have to be naive to believe you. Something other than the same old sad disgrace. What you're waiting for it to break in? Well, could it be that misery was born to be our blushing bride? Wait and see. What could it be? We're all born here just to die. Dark, will you? So I'll come in after you. Nothing up my sleeve. Now you just show me what you know. Could it be misery was born to be my blushing bride? Look at me, ain't hard to see, 'cause I ain't wearing no disguise. Would you wait for me? Would you wait for me? Would you wait for me?